Hello students, welcome to the next class. As we are discussing today in this last session about the employment topic, and today's topic is informalization of Indian workforce. First of all, it is important to understand the formalization and informalization. It is very easy to understand. Simple when a organization is hiring more than 10 people or workers or employees, so it has to be follow the some rules and regulation for their betterment, and this sector is known as the formalized sector. I'm going to read it for you, the meaning. All the public sector establishment and those private sector establishment which employ 10 hired workers or more are called formal sector establishments, and those who work in such establishments are formal sector workers. अगर किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कोई गवर्नमेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है या प्राइवेट है जहाँ पर 10 या 10 से ज़्यादा लोग हैं, तो वहाँ पर जब वो लोग काम करते हैं तो वो लोग क्या कहलाते हैं? फॉर्मल सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइज्ड सेक्टर या फॉर्मल सेक्टर के एम्प्लॉयड वर्कर्स या पीपल होते हैं. तो दैट मीन्स कि दे आर फॉर्मल. अब हम बात करें इनफॉर्मल की, तो इनफॉर्मल का मीनिंग हुआ जहाँ पे प्रॉपर गाइडलाइंस नहीं है, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस नहीं है, ग्रेजुएटी नहीं है, पेंशन नहीं है, प्रॉपर सैलरी का कोई टाइमिंग नहीं है, कोई जॉब सेव नहीं है वहाँ पर, और ह्यूज नंबर ऑफ पीपल वहाँ वर्क करते हैं. अब कौन से ऐसे लोग होते हैं जो इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में आते हैं? सो इन इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर इंक्लूड्स मिलियंस ऑफ फार्मर्स, agricultural laborers, owners of small enterprises, and people working in those enterprises as also self-employed who do not have the hired workers. So it is clear, I think. So it also includes all non-form casual work laborers who work for more than one employer. Formal workers enjoy security of jobs, whereas informal workers have no security. That is important point to note. I am going to give that point again. This point is formal workers enjoy security of jobs, whereas informal sector have no security. The next is they earn more than those in informal sector. Formal sector के लोग की ज़्यादा इनकम होती है इन कंपेयर टू द इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर के, और वहाँ पर की सिक्योरिटी नहीं है, प्रॉपर वेजेस नहीं है, कोई लीव्स नहीं होती हैं, कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं होती है. कौन से लोग आते हैं, कौन सा सेक्टर आता है इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर में? तो वी आर अवेयर कि फार्मर्स, लाखों करोड़ों किसान आते हैं, एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स आते हैं जो खेतों में काम कर रहे हैं, स्मॉल इंटरप्राइजेस के ओनर जो खुद वहाँ पे काम करते हैं, और उसमें काम करने वाले कुछ सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड जो वहाँ काम कर रहे हैं और उनका काम नहीं करता. लाइक एक शॉप है जिसका ओनर खुद काम कर रहे हो, सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड है, और अगर उसने कुछ लोग को हायर कर लिया तो हायर्ड करने वाला पीपल नहीं हुआ. डू नॉट हायर द पर्सन हु इज़ नॉट हायरिंग अदर्स इज कम्स अंडर द इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर. ओके, so I think you are getting this informalization of Indian workforce meaning. It is very common in our country as we are hiring people, but we are not following the rules and regulation. So for that, government have made some guidelines for the betterment of the people working in the organized sector. Here is the data given. You can see clearly कि in the country 310 million and 24 million, 133 million and 6 million. Like this is the data of the formal and informal sector. Men and women are working. In the formal sector, the men are less 24 count, and in informal they are 310. Similarly, if you'll see the data of the females, so only 6% of the population females, 6 million females are working in the formal, and rest are working in the informal sector. So I think it is an eye-opening data, and we should go through this topic thoroughly. Now the next topic is unemployment, but I think you understood the topic informalization of Indian workforce. What it means? सिंपल कि इंडिया में जो ह्यूज पॉपुलेशन है वो किसकी है? फार्मर्स की है, लेबरर्स की है, कुछ स्मॉल लेवल के सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड पीपल की है. वो सारे लोग कहाँ आते हैं? ऑर्गेनाइज सेक्टर में नहीं है या फॉर्मल सेक्टर में नहीं है. कोई जॉब सिक्योरिटी नहीं होती है, प्रॉपर वेजेस नहीं होती हैं, कोई सैलरी डे नहीं होता है, उनका कोई एक पर्टिकुलर एम्प्लॉयर नहीं होता है, मल्टीपल एम्प्लॉयर के पास अलग अलग जा कर के टाइम पे जॉब करते हैं. एग्रीकल्चरल लेबरर्स होते हैं जो हमें यहाँ लेबर मार्केट में बिस्वा में कि वी हैव सीन द मार्केट इन नियर दैट कंकड़वाला मस्जिद और SJD स्कूल. इन द मॉर्निंग यू विल गेट मैनी लेबर्स. दे ऑल काउंटेड इन द इनफॉर्मल सेक्टर. So These are the disadvantage of the informal sector कि they are not getting proper leaves, they are not earning more, there is no job security. So these are the issues of the informal sector. Okay, so now I'll proceed for the next topic, that is your unemployment. Very important topic, and we should understand the meaning of unemployment. But it is important to be give the definition which is given by some authority, and we should have the reference for our answers. If you're having the reference, so there will be more weightage in our answers. So you can see the NSSO defines about the unemployment. Okay, so what NSSO defines, I am going to read it. Concentrate, and you can write it also. I'll speak slowly in a slow pace. I'll dictate this definition. The definition is NSSO, National Sample Survey Organization, defines unemployment is as a situation in which all those who owing to lack of work are not working but either seek work through employment exchanges, friends or relatives, by making application to prospective employers, or express their willings to work under prevailing conditions of the work and remuneration. So we can say कि unemployment person is one who is not able to get employment of every one day. Like he will be the unemployment. Like daily is not getting the work. Sometime is getting and sometime not. So there are three sources of data on unemployment: reports of Census of India, National Sample Survey Organization's report, which we are studying, reports of employment and unemployment situation, and Directorate General of Employment and Training data of registration with employment exchanges. So these are the bodies which is providing us the information of the unemployment. Now I am going to the simplest way to explain the unemployment. In the previous day session of economics, the topic was the same. So again I am repeating this, and I hope you will be able to connect it again. Unemployment in simple words is a situation where people's or the person is willing and able to work. Willing means करना चाहता है, able माने कर सकता है, सारे हाथ पैर सब सलामत है, बॉडी पार्ट्स प्रॉपर वर्क कर रहे हैं. Willing and able to work and but did not get the work at the existing market rate. So this is known as the situation of the unemployment. कि ऐसा पर्सन या ऐसा ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल जो वर्क करना चाहते हैं, जो भी मार्केट रेट है, एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट रेट है, बट उन्हें वर्क नहीं मिलता है. दे आर नॉट एबल टू गेट द वर्क एट द एग्जिस्टिंग मार्केट रेट. सो दिस इज़ द सिचुएशन ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. सो द नेक्स्ट इज़ देयर आर थ्री सोर्सेज ऑफ डेटा ऑफ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. वी नो कि रिपोर्ट्स ऑफ सेंसस ऑफ इंडिया, नेशनल सैम्पल सर्वे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिपोर्ट्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, and Directorate General of Employment and Training data of registration with employment exchanges. So these are the sources for which gives us the information of the unemployment. The next one is types of unemployment. It is also very easy. Like what is open unemployment, seasonal unemployment, and disguised unemployment? We need to explain. These are the types of or categories of the unemployment. So we can define it. It's very easy to define. So I want from you all to be go through this concept and note it down, some notes also in this session. Like I'm telling you. So for open unemployment, it is very easy, and it is I can say this synonym of the unemployment definition. Will write here कि it refers to a situation when a large section of the society is not able to get the job but was ready to work at the existing wage rate, is known as open unemployment. जब सोसाइटी का एक बड़ा सेक्शन, लार्ज सेक्शन, जिसमें मेन एंड वीमेन का कंपोजिशन होता है, वो काम करना चाहते हैं और उन्हें काम नहीं मिले, जो भी मार्केट रेट चल रहा हो, जो मार्केट प्राइजेज होते हैं, एग्जिस्टिंग वेज रेट उस पर भी करने को तैयार हैं, बट उन्हें काम नहीं मिला, तो ये कहलाता है ओपन अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. हिंदी में बोलते हैं खुली बेरोज़गारी. मतलब बहुत सारे लोगों को आप ओपनली देख सकते हैं कि ये इसके पास वर्क नहीं है, ये काम नहीं कर रहा है. सपोज़ आपके एरिया में होंगे, आपके कोई नेबर हो सकते हैं जिन जो कहीं नहीं जाते हैं काम करने, तो आप सोच सकते हैं, या वो लोग पढ़े लिखे भी हैं, कि ही इज़ एम्प्लॉयड बट उसे काम नहीं मिल रहा है, तो वो क्या हो गया, अनएम्प्लॉयड हो गया. विजिबल है, क्लियरली विजिबल है. नेक्स्ट था सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. अब सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज़ द कैटेगरी विच कम्स अंडर द रूरल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. रूरल एरियाज़ में हमें नॉर्मली सीजनल अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट देखने को मिलता है. अब ये क्या टर्म होता है कि इन फार्म सेक्टर, लाइक वी आर अवेयर कि पीपल इन द विलेज ऑफ और द रूरल एरिया वर्किंग मोस्टली इन द फार्म्स एंड देर इज़ नो नीड ऑफ द वर्कर्स whole of the year in the farm. Usually there is the need of the people at the time of sowing the crop and at the time of crop cutting or after preparation of the harvest, they need the people. So rest of the months or in the remaining years of the month, they remain unemployed. So it means कि in some season they have work to do, but in other season they don't have work to do. This is known as seasonal unemployment. Ice cream factory workers, we can take the example also कि they are also comes under the category of seasonal unemployment. At the time of season of ice cream, they used to get the job or work, but after that they don't have work to do. Now the next is disguised unemployment. So how you will define the disguised unemployment? It is also important to explain. Disguise means hidden. Hidden है which is not clearly visible, और यहाँ था open, तो इसका ठीक opposite होगा open unemployment का. Such as if you are going to define the disguised unemployment, so we'll write the definition. It refers to a system, yeah, it refers to a situation. It refers to a situation better. So it refers to a situation where the person is looking employed, but he is working less than his potential. Like he can earn more, but he is involved in the less potential work. Or the more people are engaged. The second definition is the more number of people are employed in an area or a sector than required is known as disguised unemployment. And this type of unemployment is largely found in the rural sector of or the farm sector in India. अब एग्जाम्पल क्या है इसका कि अगेन आई गिव यू द सेम एग्जाम्पल कि इन अ फैमिली इन अ विलेज देयर आर 9 family members and they have 1 hectare of land, but for doing the all family workers 9 are working on that 1 hectare land, but actually there is requirement of only 7 family members or the people on that 1 hectare farm. So if 2 people from here are withdrawing, so there will be no impact on the output. Output was earlier also 50 metric ton and right now also 50 metric ton of wheat. So there is no change after the withdrawal of the people from the this sector, agriculture sector, or I can say from the going on work. So this situation is known as the disguised unemployment. कि लोग इसे हम छिपी हुई बेरोज़गारी भी कहते हैं. इसके जो अदर नेम्स हैं डिस्गवाइज अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट टर्म्स के, वो टर्म्स होते हैं हिडन अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड एक और टर्म होता है अंडर एम्प्लॉयमेंट. So I think you are getting this concept also. So what is open unemployment, seasonal unemployment and disguised unemployment is clear. And in yesterday session we have discussed these points also in the class. So now students, the next topic is your government and employment generation. Very important. What government did for the employment generation? So I'll read the data for you, like what government did in the recent past. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005 has been passed, and it promises 100 days of guaranteed wage employment to all rural households who volunteer to do unskilled manual work. ओके, अनस्किल्ड मैनुअल वर्क करना चाहते हैं आप, रूरल एरिया में हैं, तो आप अपने आप को रजिस्टर करा सकते हैं. नरेगा स्कीम या मनरेगा स्कीम में जो 2005 में एक एक्ट कानून बन गया था, जिसमें ये प्रॉमिस किया गया था जितने भी लोग हैं विलेज एरिया के और वो वर्क करना चाहते हैं, जैसे यहाँ पे रूरल लिखा हुआ है टर्म, उन्हें 100 डेज़ का एम्प्लॉयमेंट वो गवर्नमेंट प्रोवाइड करेगी एज अ रिम्बर्समेंट अगर उन्हें काम नहीं मिलता है. This income is one of the many governments implemented to generate employment for those who are in need of jobs in rural areas. So finally, 2 methods can be broadly categorized into 2 direct and indirect for this. So the employment generation programs, many programs that the government implemented are alleviating poverty are through employment generation. So this is clear कि the people have started getting the work and the employment after the implementation of the programs by the government. And the second is, all these programs aim to providing not only employment but also services in areas such as primary health, uh, primary education, rural banking, rural drinking water, nutrition, assistance for people to generating wage employment, construction of house and sanitation, assistance of constructing houses, laying of rural roads, development of wastelands, degraded lands. So these are the works people are engaging. Government is engaging people into it. Like he's wanted to engage the people in this. So this is the list, and we'll discuss now. Nothing is left in this chapter. In any of the revision video or upcoming session, I'll send you the few government schemes detail which are important as per your board examination. And this chapter is over. I'll send you the notes also of this chapter. Okay, students. So see you in the next session, and keep doing your all the works and send in Google Classroom along with the practical 5 and the direction you have received. Okay, thank you, students.